Good evening, everyone. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, I welcome Dr. Dinesh Kaippilly, and he will talk about sustainable mud crab farming challenges and solutions. I now request the speaker to begin. Thank you. So please start, sir.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I think I am addressing all of you maybe for the fourth time or fifth time during the period of almost 2 to 3 years. Whenever I get invitation to speak in this great platform, I used to be very happy that I'm getting an audience across the country, right from Jammu and Kashmir up to Maldives. And I know that some of you, at least, maybe 10 to 20% will be, listening to me properly. And I used to get phone calls and other sorts of communications from potential farmers from different states of the country. Today, it's a very different topic. It's actually sustainable crab farming, challenges and solutions. So as you know, crab is a very important crustacean which has been farmed across the Southeast Asian countries widely and having very high market demand in these regions. But if you are talking about crabs to a vegetarian, so they will feel so embarrassed. Yeah, are you eating crab? So they may be feeling very bad and sad. As if, if someone is telling you that, okay, you eat snakes, you eat cockroaches, you eat other sorts of animals. So likewise. But to a crab eater or else to a normal non-vegetarian person, crab is a great delicacy. Even many of the surveys, established that crabs are much more preferred than fish, than shrimp, or even than lobsters, which are supposed to be the very expensive seafood. But there are some problems with crabs. Crabs are divided into two, basically. One is actually freshwater crab and the marine crabs. So marine crabs are again two. They are brackish water crabs and sea crabs. So the cultivation or else the culture has been developed well only for brackish water crabs. So what is the difference between seawater and brackish water? Which I have actually explained at least during my previous presentations 2 or 3 times. So seawater is the water with 35 ppt salinity seen in marine environments in the sea. 35 ppt means what? 35, you are actually dissolving 35 gram of salt in 1 liter of water. ppt means parts per thousand, which is equivalent to gram per liter. So while the rivers are actually like joining through the estuaries to the seas, so we will have the fresh water mixed with the seawater. So that particular water is called brackish water. So these crabs we are talking about today, which is a delicacy, which is an expensive seafood, and also a wonderful group of animals. These are brackish water crabs. So means they are bred in the seawater, that is the full strength seawater, and slowly can migrate to the low saline areas and live in this particular brackish water environment for their life, and they can get matured in this particular area. Then afterwards, while they are getting matured, they will actually breed in the seawater. Then again, the larval development will happen in the seawater, and then the crablets will be moving towards the brackish water again. So the life cycle actually repeats. And what is the speciality I told you? This is a low volume fishery. Low volume fishery means the total shrimp production of the world, if you ask me, the value is almost 5.5 million metric tons. That is almost 55 tons, million metric tons. I mean, tons are produced. The shrimp is being produced all over the world. While if you ask me what is the total crab production of the world, it is only 3 lakh tons. So there is wide variation. But if you ask me what is the total trade value of crab and shrimp, so this 5.5 million tons, it is, while you are asking the crab value, that is much, much, much more than, while you are comparing the ratio, it is much, much more. So the idea is that even a kg of shrimp, while you are getting for 250 to 300 rupees, the crab, the good quality crab, you will get it only for 2,500 to 3,000 rupees per kg. So that much difference is there in the value. So, and is it possible for all of you to, practice crab farming? No, not at all. You need to have some brackish water, and there should be meticulous people behind, and you should have proper space to rear, and you should have proper market accessibility. Or you are actually rearing crabs in a particular area while people are actually embarrassed to see your crabs. So no chance. But in certain areas wherein the crab has very high demand, so it's an excellent business avocation. Okay. So how to do that? It is not that easy, but with some attitude, with some advice, with some time put in, you will be able to take this as a very good avocation in your business environment. So we will just start. That is actually, so this is a presentation wherein we are putting some efforts to compile our field insights and exploratory trials and cross-disciplinary innovations for proposing an ecologically and behaviorally aligned solutions for mud crab farming. So this is not mere recirculating aquaculture system, which is very common as far as the fish is concerned. But this is a very different system we are going to present before you. So why I am telling we are presenting? Okay, of course. My name is Dinesh, and I am the principal presenter. But we have one more person with us. His name is Naveen Nivas, who is my PhD scholar, who has been behind the crabs during, from his, UG days. And if I ask me what is his experience in crabs, definitely it will be almost a decade. So he's also there with me to clarify your doubts, if any, to explain further than what I present you in this evening. And global, already I have told you that this is the production level, and this is only comprises 4.25% of the total coastal crustacean production. But most of the catch are from the wild sourced seed stock. So the people are actually going to the wild, especially the mangrove areas, and they are catching the young ones and rearing them. There is no proper seed resource. I mean, the hatchery based seed production is very, very, poor and very little developed. But Vietnam, a country wherein my student went there 2 times during the research program. And over there are many, many hatcheries running, and 80% of their crablets are produced from hatcheries. And even then, the sector, I told you that we don't have proper seed production in hatcheries, but beyond that, the sector faces many issues, including disease outbreaks. Then there is no proper feed formulations, and of course the crabs are fed with natural food resources, and of course the behavioral issues of the crab, like the cannibalism. What do you mean by cannibalism? Cannibalism is the young ones or the crabs will eat each other. Okay, so they will attack each other. They will harm one another. So this is what is called cannibalism. So that's why you are putting 100 crabs. At the end, after a few days, you will see that there are only very few crabs. So the rest must have taken by them. Like, so why it is so? It is because of their behavioral issue that all crustaceans, not only crabs, the shrimps and freshwater prawn, all crustaceans are growing by molting. Means they will actually shed their exoskeleton, their outer covering. Then means lot of water will be taken inside, and the body will be bulged out. Then the outer covering will be again hardened. So this is the in the nutshell, this is what is happening for a crustacean to grow. So the shedding of the exoskeleton is called molting, 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 or it's also called ecdysis. Then they will swallow a lot of water, then bulged, then the outer skeleton get again hardened. So for this process, they require the right nutrition, because the hard shell, as you know, it contains a lot of nutrients, including the minerals, calcium, magnesium, and many other minerals. So that's why the feed intake and also the water should be proper, to see that there is proper mineral content and nutrient content in the water. So what are the major challenges? So broodstock limitations and associated risks are the most important challenge. So I told you the wild broodstock actually show inconsistent reproduction due to unknown pedigree. So we don't get the proper output. And wild stocks are the reservoirs of many pathogens. So, and of course, the mud crab reovirus is a major issue now widespread in India's marine waters. So if you take the example, especially in the Southeast Asian countries, so you will see that the waters around are rich in or abundant in the wild the different types of viruses, out of which the mud crab reovirus is the most notorious pathogen. And of course, there is no selective breeding. So that prevents the trait stability and also adaptation to hatchery conditions. So because of this, the industry is still lagging behind in many parts of the world. And larval rearing and nursery rearing. So what you will do? There is high mortality is actually observed in especially during the soya stage. That is, there are 5 soya stages which will last nearly 20 days. Then and of course the process is actually like, the larval rearing is actually, the period will be will be different. Whenever there is high temperature levels, the larval stages will be the covered easily, while the 1 second, excuse me. I'm sorry. So there is a high mortality, that is from soya 5 to megalopa stage. Megalopa only 1 stage. And what are the basic reasons? Like, it is actually, I told you that bacterial disease outbreaks, then the lipid and micronutrient deficiencies, and then also suboptimal rearing conditions. So I told you there is a high cannibalism. So this will be very high during the megalopa stage, wherein the chelae is developed. So you must have seen the picture of the crab. So they have very very large chelate legs. So it will bite you like anything. So while these chelate legs are developed, they show high cannibalism, and also it is very poor survival rate is noticed. So from crab 1, that is crablet 1, uh, uh, the nursery phase, it gives the overall survival of only 50%, less than 50%. Then India's hatchery sector is critically affected, being dependent only a single operational unit. So only RGCA produces larval, the crablets. So this is growth system. So you will see, so I deliberately showed you a very negative picture as far as the growth is concerned. It is because the crabs, if you are not rearing it properly, you will end up in huge loss. So you cannot compare any other cultivation technology with crab farming. So you have to have so much patience, so much scientific awareness, so much attitude to make it a grand success. Otherwise, this will be result. You see the crab in front of the farmer and how sad his face is. So it will definitely worth more than 1 lakh or 2 lakhs rupees. That much crabs are seen, dead in the pond embankment. So that's why I told you cannibalism as a multifaceted production constraint. So our recent studies, we are able to produce, or we are able to rectify this particular issue by certain strategies. For example, the compartmentalization. So this is not our technology, or it's a new technology. It is not. But while we are actually compartmentalizing each crab in each compartment, it is very easy for you to control the problem of cross-contamination, cross-disease contamination, and also the cannibalism. So that's why RAS is a strategic solution for mud crab farming. So, unlike domesticated finfish or shrimp, mud crabs are wild sourced. Or else, the first generation hatchery stocks are used for cultivation. So, they lack proper genetic uniformity. And the conventional clear water RAS system, recirculating aquaculture system. So, what is the basics? So, we will just filter out the physical contaminants like excreta or unused feed. Then we will actually pass it through the biological filtration, which will be removing the ammonia and nitrites, convert to nitrate, then remove the other toxic gases by chemical filtration, right? Chemical treatment. So this is the conventional RAS system. But such a conventional RAS system will be definitely working on clear water system. That is, the water will be looking so clear, crystal-like clarity. But crabs do not want such kind of clear waters. In fact, it is a like a harassment to them. So that's why we have to give certain types of shelters to take care of the molted crabs. In molted crab, they are also called water crabs. They will be highly vulnerable to other crabs for for eating and attacking. Then we should have proper turbidity in the water. I told you the clear water is not desirable. Then periodic immersion means they want to come out of the water at some points of time. So likewise. So this is a system wherein in our lab, Naveen Nivas actually designed the system, and wherein there is water, there is sand, there is space for immersion and all. And there is space for burrowing also. And I told you that turbidity is a critical factor because many a time we feel that, oh, crystal clear water will help the crab. But no, because these animals are evolved from such a system, such a mangrove ecosystem, wherein there is low visibility, very high particulate estuarine and mangrove environment. So the detritus, the the decomposing organisms, including animals, plants, etc. That is what is called detritus. So these detritus and microbial associations in turbid water may enhance natural foraging behavior. So crabs will be foraging extensively through the benthic environments. So while they are foraging, they get all sorts of worms, all sorts of small animals, fishes, etc. during this foraging period. So the clear water RAS system is not that desirable. Then turbidity can be reintroduced by using what? So we can use biofloc inoculation and also some silt dosing. We use special type of silt for dosing so that little bit turbidity is ensured. These enhancements restore estuarine complexity, improving behavioral stability and feed conversion efficiency of crabs. And of course, I told you the nutritional optimization feed transition strategies. Though the unprocessed fish as feed fails to meet dietary requirements. So it is not at all good if you are giving unprocessed food, because that will affect the, if I have only one crab, it may be possible for me to take a few fishes and give them. But while you are considering improved scalability, what will happen? It is not possible. Then the weaning of juvenile crabs, especially the crablet 3 to 5 stages, onto formulated pellets represents technological leap for sustainable production. Then incorporating mollusk meal, the clams, the oysters, the mussels, etc. A natural dietary cue can improve pellet acceptance. They like mollusks like in anything. So even the fresh mollusks are very much appreciated. Then microencapsulation of essential nutrients like cholesterol. Cholesterol is a must. Then phospholipids is a must. So these things can be covered with the proper microencapsulation and give to the crab. Then control systems support precise feeding, water stability, and machine vision-based monitoring. Then disease prevention. I told you, whenever you go and monitor the water and monitor the animals, you will see that the animals are infected. So you may be remembering that I shared the information during my shrimp class also, that from 1995 onwards, if you go to any waters, so you will see the water will be positive for white spot syndrome virus, and also the smaller animals, crustaceans especially, they will be positive. Even I have seen in Qatar, wherein the water temperature is 45 degrees Celsius and the salinity levels are 50 ppt. Even there, the white spot was present. White spot syndrome virus was present. So likewise, the crab Rio virus is also very much present everywhere. And many bivalves, okay, even though they are very good nutritionally, but they may be the potential vectors for entering pathogens. Okay. Then the recent technological advances in depuration, particularly sono-electrochemical process in bivalves, will help us to utilize this one, to reduce the pathogen risk. The hybrid technology combines ultrasonic cavitation with electrochemical oxidation to generate localized oxidation reduction potentials exceeding 800 millivolt, achieving inactivation of Vibrio species. So this is a very effective technique wherein you are using low-cost machineries for the sono-electrochemical processing, wherein you get most of the pathogens removed or nullified so that the crabs are safer. Then strategic enrichment through these sterilized feeds. While we are actually using this technology, whatever feed you are giving to the crabs are getting sterilized. Even the crabs themselves will get sterilized, and also the feeds which are actually going into the system of the crab will also be sterilized. So this kind of things will help you to will act as immunomodulatory compounds and creates a disease prevention tool. Then fucoidants, which are derived from the brown algae, have demonstrated significant immunostimulatory effects in crustaceans, including improved resistance to bacterial and viral infections. The trophic transfer of fucoidants administered by incorporating brown algae into bivalve diets during the depuration could establish a natural delivery system for these bioactive polysaccharides. This dual phase approach will address your problem very, very well. Then exploiting invasive species as aquafeed. So, I mean, we in Kerala and some coastal states, we have the problem of Mytilus rigata, which is a problematic, which is a American mussels, which got intruded to our system. All these types of animals can be very well harvested and used for the used for feeding the crabs. Then another very, very important source of protein and also a feed is BSF, black soldier fly larvae. I mean, they have 55% protein almost and 15% lipid, even though the lipid is quality of, I mean, the quantity of lipid present in the BSF is high, but still this is very good. And we are actually conducting research on that also to see that the mud crab feed is getting, the price is getting reduced. And the chitin present in BSF, because it's also a crustacean. So this is, or sorry, it's an insect. So that also contains the chitin. So, and so this is very much actually useful. Then BSF can be shaped into sausages like pellets, making them easier for crabs to grasp and consume. Then we are actually trying to produce pelletized BSF for the crab. Then suggestive approaches for advanced quarantine and health stabilization protocols in RAS. So the introduction of mud crabs to RAS is critical, where we have to have proper stabilization protocols for increasing the transport survival. Then to mitigate associated risk, a structured quarantine period should be explored, incorporating a multiple synergistic interventions. So these might include carefully regulated antibiotic treatments only in certain cases, only for certain antibiotics, because it in general, the antibiotic use is banned, as you know, but only some kind of antibiotics which are permitted given the period of the retrieval period. So that way, it is possible. Okay. Otherwise, the probiotics are being used. So while again I am telling you that withdrawal period of the antibiotics is very, very important because so sometimes it will be 15 days, sometimes it will be 20 days. So you should not use antibiotics during this period. So otherwise it is okay. Then sonoelectro, I told you that it's a particular system wherein the oxidation reduction potential is being generated and like. So more details, technical details will be shared only with the potential entrepreneurs. Okay. Otherwise, there is no meaning in discussing these things. But idea is with this technology, your system gets what you say, more clearer environment as far as the pathogens are concerned. Then the antimicrobial effect of eugenol. So we are using eugenol, that is the clove oil product. So which is a very, very commonly used the anesthetic in the in general. So even the dentists use it extensively. So, but we have found that while you are using this eugenol, which is very much effective for the reduction of Vibrio species and Aeromonas and also fungi in the system. So it gives you double effect. It will anesthetize the animal and also will help to reduce the pathogen stock in the pathogen density in the animal. So that also we have developed a very particular consortium of different organic components, and that particular organic component is used in our lab to control the mortality. Sometimes you will not believe 100% is our survival. No one in the world will get such a, because crab, I told you, such a cannibalistic species, but because of this particular, formulation, we are able to get 100% survival. And the biological control, such as some bacteriophages, that therapy, especially against Vibrio parahemolyticus, has been found successful. But of course, it is a challenging thing. You have to have proper microbiology lab. You have to have other things. So, but with the support of our university and our technical experts, you will be able to succeed. And water temperature. So I told you this will tolerate very high water temperature, very high salinity levels, of course, but still prolonged exposure to suboptimal temperatures less than 24 degree or greater than 34 degree will be highly problematic and may lead to mortality. So suboptimal temperatures may suppress the immune system, making crabs more vulnerable to all sorts of infections. So this is that we have, as you know, we have two types of ozonization or ozonation. So one is the normal ozonation, and also there is plasma ozonation. So the second is found to be more effective as per our experiment. And this is a very, what you say, like a primitive or else very basic, humble system we have developed. So on the picture, you will see Mr. Navin Nivas, and with very low cost. I will share the in economics during the last few minutes of my presentation. So it is a very small business. At the same time, you get huge income. Okay. A persistent barrier to adoption is a limited understanding of crab biology and behavioral ecology among end users. Why this RAS system or indoor RAS system is not popular. So that's why this knowledge gap has significant implications for system performance. Then, as I told you, mud crab exhibit complex behaviors which necessitate species-specific design innovations. Yet, these biological requirements are often underappreciated by farmers lacking formal training. Therefore, targeted knowledge transfer is critical, and KUFOS is doing that. And I told you there are some processes like molting, then the territoriality of the species, then water quality, etc. are very important. So that's why the AI integrated image recognition or motion sensors can detect behavioral cues associated with pre-molt or post-molt stages, which is used by us very effectively. Then the microbiome fingerprinting, which is also a new technology that is also being utilized to get more profitability. And this is a holistic approach wherein we have to address the nutrition, we have to address the pathogen prevalence, we have to address the transport stress, and also the seed availability. So these are the steps. The deprivation of natural foods, I told you how it is done. It is by electrooxidation. Then enrichment with some immunostimulants. Then screening for that particular virus, that is mud crab reovirus. Then pathogenic microbial load is reduced. Then the bacterial load reduction via electrooxidation again, or by phages, or by antibiotics. While antibiotics are used, only permissible antibiotics. Then we have to reduce the transport risk. Then the restricted seed availability is a problem. You have to have more and more hatcheries. We are trying to establish a hatchery within no time, but because it's a challenging thing though. So the protocols are actually you have to source the hatchery ride seeds of 7 to 10 gram, then grow out in nursery RAS with regular pathogen monitoring, then rear the crabs up to 100 gram and maintain a reservoir of pathogen-free stock to target diversified markets. So what are the products? You can have fattening, that is the cultivation from the baby crab to final stage. Then you can produce the soft shell crab. You make the mold, immediately freeze it. So that has very high demand. The normal crab, if you take, if the price is 1,000 rupees per kg, this has 4,000, 5,000 rupees per kg, because nothing to, make waste. Okay, only the intestinal part you can remove. Only that is to be removed. Other than that, everything is edible. Okay, even though you will not believe me. And second is double-shelled crab production. That is, during the molting itself, the crabs are removed from the system. And so the hard shell will be there still on the top, on the backside, and then they will be frozen. The crabs will be frozen. Then again the crab roe, ROE, that is the eggs. Oh, awesome item with very high value and very high taste and very high market demand. Then hardened crab production. So the crabs when the water crabs are collected, then reared for 2 weeks or so, then the shells get hardened, then sold in the market. But of course, this is not a sustainable practice, because then means people will, because of the lucrative nature of the business, people will be starting too many crabs, and that will be affecting the total ecological balance of our system. So this is also a very crude but very effective system developed by the students themselves in our lab. And as I told you, 100% survival for more than a month during the rearing process. Then our customized pre-stocking interventions reduce stress. Then standardized crab pre-stocking solution, that I told you about a solution, right? To reduce the microbial load. Then way forward for Indian mud crab industry. So we have to have proper technology transfer, then updation of hatchery technology, then awareness among the farmers about the existing challenges and issues, then promotion of crab fattening, since it is very much lucrative. As I told you, it shouldn't be that much popularized, because then your sustainability will be affected. Then more researchers and funds should be allocated to the species. And these are the references, and you can note down. So I told you I discussed about Mr. Naveen Nivas. So whenever you have some business queries, so naturally you can contact our university, and Dr. Naveen is a very, very enthusiastic young man. He has a startup by his own, and you can note down his mobile number or WhatsApp number 739 70 15822. I repeat, 73970 15822. So once again, I tell you, this is a very lucrative business. Anyway, at least some of you remembering that I told you during the last few minutes of my presentation, I will tell you the economics. It is as simple as that. You just consider you are procuring a meter cube of water. A meter cube means 1,000 liters of water. In this 1,000 liters of water, you can rear at least 200 crabs, okay, in different life stages, okay, 200 crabs. So, mean one crab in its full, what you say, growth, maybe 1 kg size or 1.5 kg size. It requires only 5 liters of water. So you can accommodate at least 200 full sized crabs in a system wherein you have only 1 cubic meter of water. That is 1,000 liters of water. It is so so we will give you all advice. And how much is my investment? Oh, you can start a system with mere 25,000. But if you want to have a decent system, you spend 2 lakhs rupees. But a crude primitive system you can maintain with mere 2,000. And what is the demand? Very high demand. And what is the advantage of crab? You can transport it live. Hong Kong is our major market. Singapore is yet another market. So to all these places, to all these countries, we are sending crabs in live form. So we will tie their what you say, like keeled legs together. Otherwise, they will attack you. Then you can, with some moisture content in the transporting environment, you can transport it anywhere. Okay, with very high very high survival rate. And while you are marketing the crabs, the crab intactness of the body, if one leg is broken, no chance. The price will be 20% or 10%. But and malted crab, okay, value is 10%. But I told you about yet another soft crab. That is a different thing. That is, you are deliberately making them mold and freezing it. But while you are catching this kind of crabs, no such demand. So with this, I conclude. I hope that I gave you some inputs to the crab farming scenario, which is a lucrative business. But I am open for all sorts of discussions. Fortunately, my student Naveen Nivas is also there in this meeting. So definitely, he will also be able to answer your questions. And once again, I am telling you, for all business queries, you contact KUFOS, and Mr. Naveen Nivas with his startup will help you to establish a unit on a turnkey basis. He will set up the system, and he will procure the seawater for you. He will procure the animals for you. He will help you to find out the proper markets and so on. Okay. With this, I conclude. Once again, about my university, this is the first public funded fisheries university of the country, Kerala University of Fisheries and Ocean Studies, and which was actually started in 2011. Before that, it was only a fisheries college under Kerala Agriculture University, and that college was started in 1979. I was a student of that particular college. Later on, elevated to this particular university. We give 20% reservation to the children of fishermen, which is unique in the world. So likewise, we have almost 3,000, 4,000 alumni passed out of the university and college, and they are everywhere in the world for supporting you people in all fisheries related ventures. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for a wonderful presentation. I will take up the questions now. In the meantime, can you please stop sharing the screen, sir, so that we can see your full video? Okay. I'll move on to the questions now. The first question is, what are the key sustainable practices that farmers should adopt to reduce environmental impact in mud crab farming?
What are the most important sustainable practices?
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I told you that sustainable practices means, no, the first is all about the disease prevention. And disease prevention is we have to utilize the technologies which I have actually presented during my with the slide this one, and also to give the proper food to the animal, because crabs require the very specific nutrients. So that is very important, and they always try to see that the ideal environmental conditions are given to the crab. It is not at all connected with the transparency of water alone, but also other factors like the proper turbidity and the proper hiding place and all these things. And you should not use the wild stock for your business purpose as far as possible. So that as far as possible has a lot of significance, because we have only very limited hatchery facilities. So naturally, that can be the first point. Yeah. I hope these are the basic sustainability. One is reducing the pathogens, then giving the animals proper care, then maintaining proper and rearing environments, and giving the proper food.
What are the major challenges faced by mud crab farmers today, sir, both environmentally and technically?
Yes, the challenges I told you, that the disease itself, the presence of pathogens everywhere in the waters, the presence of pathogens, especially the mud crab reovirus, it's a major issue. And because of that, the crabs are getting high mortality. Then the utilization of the entrails or the poultry products. So people are simply without any management, without any cooking, without anything, the chicken waste is being fed to the crabs, and that will harm the environment, that will harm the animal, even though you may get short-term benefits, but that will spoil the environment, that will spoil the industry. And of course, the price ranges, because while you are actually the tariff rates, for example, anyway, we are not exporting crabs to America. So that's why the Trump trade tariff doesn't affect us that much in the crab industry. But of course, if at all there is no connectivity, during COVID times, many farmers faced issues that they couldn't market their product because of the flight connectivity issues. So likewise, there are certain challenges, but not that significant. With our attitude, with our interventions, we can definitely address these challenges very well.
Okay. How can government policies or institutional supports help promote sustainable mud crab farming?
Yes, actually PMMSY, Prime Minister's Matsya Sampada Yojana, and also PMKSSY, that is Prime Minister's PMM KSSY, that is Prime Minister's Matsya Kisan Sahayojana. Matsya Kisan Samruddhi Sahayojana, sorry. Prime Minister's Matsya Kisan Samruddhi Sahayojana. So this is this also offers very good opportunity for the farmers to get the financial assistance and advisors, and the universities like Fisheries University and research organizations like SIVA, then RGCA, Fisheries colleges, we are also supporting. But I hope that Dr. Naveen's new startup venture, he is actually planning to have an exclusive class on mud crabs. So he named it as crab class. So that is being within no time that will be offered to the global audience with proper crab. Will start with the crab taxonomy, crab biology, crab larval rearing, crab growth, crab feed, crab rearing technologies, crab disease management, crab harvesting, crab marketing, which will be I think it is a 28-hour session or 21-hour session or so, because some of the universities from UK and also from Norway, they have approached Naveen to build up this course. So I think he will emerge as a crab man of India within no time. Yeah.
Okay. Sir, what advice would you give to new entrepreneurs or farmers
Yes.
interested in entering this sector?
So all the entrepreneurs, they are welcome to contact the university because I got many queries from Uttarakhand and UP, Bihar, and many places after my presentation on Basa farming. So likewise, I feel that some of the coastal states people or even the interior people can also approach us. We will definitely help them to make them satisfied in this particular process.
Okay. Sir, I would request Dr. Naveen Nivas
Yeah.
to say a few words about his startup,
Naveen,
and he can
now
introduce
you may please switch on your camera and please speak to the audience. I will
Sure,
mute
sir.
and I will.
Okay, and I hope I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Oh, thank you, Dinesh sir, for the exhaustive presentation. So he left me with no points, but I have something to add here. So I was in Norway for 6 months because I have to tell something about the madness of the people about traps. Because I know I started with in a very humble way. When I was studying UG, I was about to study a economics of a particular trap farm in my place in Tamil Nadu. So, to no extent, with around 1 hectare of land, that farmer made 80 lakhs per month with a process known as trap fattening. In fact, he is a tribal people. So, in 2004, East Coast has been severely attacked by tsunami. So, as a rehabilitation program, the government has trained them trap fattening. So, it trained thousands of farmers, but one particular farmer had catched or grasped the technology and he made money like anything. So that was the starting point to my exposure to trap, where I visited that field and everything. And with all great connection with my supervisor, Dr. Dinesh sir, in my masters, I was about to work again with traps. So I worked exhaustively in nutrition, disease management, and all sort of extensive things in mud trap farming. But for my PhD, so I have collaborated with one leading Southeast seafood export company to make a sustainable matra production unit. So right now in KUFOS, we are building a largest matra facility in Asia. So where we are targeting more than 1,000 number of traps in a single unit, and with all the assistance from our supervisors and the experts, and with incorporation of the efforts from our UG and PG students. So we are actively building. So I think in couple of weeks the system will be active, and we started giving trainings. So where we can, so as discussed in the presentation by Dinesh sir, the understanding is lacking. So how to form the mud trap? So everybody knows um, have to culture mud trap. So even the farmer I told he made 80 lakhs per month, but now he is nowhere because when everything goes well, it goes well. But if something misses it, so everything become a problem, right? So in 2016, this mud trap Rio virus infection came to India. So we reported it for the first time, and then the farmer, he couldn't stop because he is a very conventional and a humble farmer who made money, who can't stop the business because he saw the money. So that is the general aptitude of most of the farmers in India. So we approached a scientific and technical approach to maintain the trap in a sustainable indoor recirculator aquaculture system. So our major objective is whenever we had a meeting with the farmers like couple of days back in KUFOS itself, where we have discussed about mud trap farming and shrimp farming. So we discussed why the Kerala, the southeastern state, why haven't been flourishing much in shrimp and mud trap production. Reason is simple. We don't have more number of activities here. For example, the East Coast have a lot of shrimp farms because there are a lot of number of farmers who is doing that. If one farmer have some problem, you would call the other farmer and ask, "Oh, this is my problem. What to do? What you did?" So such kind of thing is not there for the mud traps. So that's why we are building a chain of production units where we can have the farmers, entrepreneurs to produce a premium quality material in this thing. So we have the technique, we have the interventions to hold up the survival, and we have the lucrative market. So I told you I was in Norway for 3 months, where I have a meeting with one of the leading companies in Europe. So when I was discussing and I was presenting my work during a luncheon presentation, so you know about European countries. Everybody might be aware of the European countries. They are very well focused on the biosecurity and traceability. So when they listened about trap, they literally said, "We want to invest in it. We want to because a single mud trap, if it is more than 3 kg, it is about $100 US." So they were like, "Oh, this one has much more greater market than lobster. So we should invest on it." So we made the initial collaborative efforts to make up a collaborative with the European companies to produce and have a matrab unit. So this is my extensive experience. Right now, we have made significant achievements. So we had a 100% survival rate, which no one in the world have achieved it for more than a month. So it is about reached third month, and then we have enhanced. We have found techniques to reduce the stress. It's a evident stress reduction, and then now we are commercializing it. Now, as I told you, we are building the largest matrap facility in Asia. So, and we have the clear cut knowledge and the techniques to rear matraps, and we have proved, and you might have seen some of our publication where we have proved all the existing RAS culture system for mud traps is inappropriate and not suitable for the particular species. So we have published in a high impact journals, and we have proved our technology as well scientifically. So this is from my side. So I am open to any kind of other queries, business related, science related, ethic related, whatever. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Navin. It was nice hearing from you. Your contact number will be published and our members will establish contact with you. And maybe we will also get in touch with you to have a separate meeting. Thank you.
Sure, sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
thank
move
you.
on to Dr. Dinesh. So thank you very much, sir. We have now completed the round of questions on
And
behalf of
you can
agriculture.
share his email ID also, because some farmers will be interested to send
Definitely, sir.
emails.
I'll
That also
establish
will be
contact
interesting.
with Dr. Navin and we will collect the details.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. This meeting will now be
Okay.
closed.
Thank you for inviting us for this.
You're most welcome, sir. It's a pleasure.
Bye.
Yes, thank
Bye.
you.